Yeah, so Mercury went retrograde a little while ago, and it comes out again on the 14th of May. So this in-between period where Mercury is retrograde is really important time for revisiting things, especially things that we might have spoken in the past, but which the other person didn't fully understand. Anything that we started but kind of needs to be re-looked at in order to get the details right. Another really common thing that happens during Mercury retrograde is that we realize that we've overcommitted ourselves and we have 10 things but only 5 capacity. So we have to cut out half or 3/4 of the things that we thought that we were going to be able to do. And this is really an essential part of our progression, because it is only in cutting back that we're able to really honor the potency of our essence, of our energy. And so if we are spreading ourselves too thin, we won't have a strong effect on any of them, and we'll have this sense of burnout. So now is where we cut out the things that are not fully aligned, and that gives us permission to be able to have a lot more focus and effect with our energy through till mid-May. And then May 14th, Mercury goes direct again, and we'll have like another newness kind of coming in, but there shouldn't be anything new for the next couple of weeks at least. More just like dealing with the stuff we already started. And then tomorrow with Mercury is in a cazimi with the sun. So this is a word that it means that they're side by side, but they're directly together tomorrow, Mercury and the sun. And that is a particularly lucky placement for Mercury. So it means that whatever type of communication pieces we work on tomorrow will be especially effective. And there is usually some sort of like big mental insight that comes through with that particular cazimi. So that's tomorrow. So that's kind of what I feel I'm setting us up for moving forward and moving through this practice today as well. That feels really relevant, and like everybody that I've been talking to has been on that same wave of like things are really amping up. I can really feel this energy starting, but I don't fully know how to handle it. And I'm not sure if I'm capable of following through with it long term. And so the first step is the cutting. Cut out whatever doesn't serve, whatever is like just extra, you know. I want to do it, but it's not really the biggest thing that's most important to me right now. And then getting really, really clear on what our focus is. And that's the main purpose of today. Most of you have already gone through the purging, so it's kind of like the last bits of purging, of clearing today. And then because we've cleared all this stuff, we can access the true magic that's behind that. And that's what we'll gathering all of our energy into this one potent piece. And that's what we will embody today as like a seed, an egg, right? A starting point. And then we will carry that and move us through the rest of the year with that. I do want to do some movement today. People have commented to me that they have trouble staying fully conscious during the deep meditations. And so I want to start by saying that it's totally okay if that happens. If you're in your subconscious, you're kind of half asleep, that's really good for the psychic journeys because it actually bypasses the conscious mind that's trying to understand it. So that's good. And because we want it to be embodiment today, we're going to do some movement to make sure that it comes into the physical body. So it's not just a vision that's far off. It's actually something that I can feel and that I'm consciously choosing to bring into the physical reality. So this is the difference between like the psychic realm, which is the visions, and the physical realm, which is like, okay, that's actually happening to me. It's not just like a thought or a vision that I had. So we're bringing those two pieces together today. I've noticed a lot of avoidance in myself the last little while. I've noticed that I have a lot of this kind of impulsive or even compulsive desire to distract myself. And so I'm watching it happen like every hour. Like, oh, I'd really like to do this thing and distract myself from this other thing that I actually want to be doing. And so it's really interesting to witness myself, to watch how I pull myself away from the things that are actually what I want, and to inquire why I'm doing that as well. What is it in this experience that I'm running away from? What is the challenge or the depth that's new to me that I'm still integrating? And how can I be really compassionate and gentle on myself in that process? From sitting position, as long as you can sit up straight, you prop a pillow underneath your hips, and then also hands and knees. If we're feeling particularly stagnant, we might like get up and shake out, but I don't really feel that today. I don't think so. And then after we do that, we'll go into more of the psychic piece. I want to ask a question, and this question is going to follow us throughout the practice. So I want you to keep this question with you, to hold it with you as a curiosity throughout the practice. And as we go through the practice, the question will begin to morph and begin to have a life of its own, so that you are able to source a deep answer, or at least an inquiry if it's not a clear answer. The question is, what is the seed that you are currently working with? Maybe you've already planted it and you know what it is and you're working on growing it. This is maybe a creative project. It can be a literal pregnancy, of course, but it's most likely going to be a creative project, a desire, a part of your identity that you are opening and allowing to be seen to the world, a calling perhaps that is coming to the surface to be shared, a gift, likely. So the question again is, what is the seed that you are currently working with at this time? And then the secondary question that comes with it is, what do you need, or what does the seed need to be nourished, to blossom, to grow? But first, what is it? Yeah?